フルカウンター。
Alright boys, welcome back to the Black Clover mobile video boys. The actual SWIMSUIT banner is here, or season 2 of the update is now out. We got a ton of content, ton of bug fixes, but more importantly, we got probably one of the best banners in the game right now. I think for going forward, and especially when it comes to global, these are definitely the banners to summon on, mainly because it's, one, they're quite good. Obviously, last season, we got Yami, we got Noelle, and Mimosa, who were all pretty much top tier characters, so to have 3 characters on one banner rather than opposed towards the actual solo banners we've been getting throughout the weeks, and the fact that they have higher rates in I mean, the rates for the characters are 0.5, but because there are 3 of them, then you have a high rate of getting someone new rather than getting some filler, which is obviously kind of nice too. The filler though, it does have Fauna and Licht in it, which are the 2 new characters that just left. Obviously Raya and Veta are still in the game right now, so unfortunately they will not be in the banner. One thing to notice though is that after this banner does leave, they will go towards this banner, and the pity has reset, so a little bit unfortunate because I would have thought we would have got a free SSR after 200 days, but that's not going to happen. But before we go over should you summon, let's go through the animations because they haven't been revealed yet, so it's kind of a surprise. We'll start with Noelle, right? Because she's by far probably the most important one here. She, I think, may be the best, or she's the only DPS on the banner, right? I think I heard Ghosh might be kind of broken, so yeah, it looks crazy. So skill 1 is an AoE skill, which is going to do a massive damage increase if you have barriers, if you have the weapon enhancement effect on, or something like that. So see the animation? Calm, it's what you expect, right? The tier 2 one, so we're not going to be able to see the full effect of it, right? Because basically, the tier 2, when you use it on someone, it's going to give them a buff. Boom, you get the shield buff, right? But the characters you don't select are going to get a buff too, which makes this actual skill really, really good. Now, the ultimate, I don't think we've seen it just yet. I'm pretty sure I can view it here. AoE as well, so she's basically got almost triple AoE. It's fair, it's fair, it's fair. But yeah, definitely though, I think she's gonna be insane. Like, bro, because you're getting buffed, everything with shields on. You can bring like radies as well, like AoE as well for farming. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Alright, so this is his first SSR one. I do like the change because he's now more green, so obviously it's better. Okay, so the first skill, standard stuff, just doing a little wind attack here. The AoE, we'll go for the skills in a second though, just gonna see the animation for now. Very similar towards, I guess, what we already had, but you can see a little beach ball flying in there, so I guess it's kind of funny, right? Because he's just whacking it away. You can see like all like the effects around there, so it's kind of cool. AoE though, you love to see it. Another AoE ultimate. Let's see what the animation looks like. Yeah, I love the fact he got this like beach background. Fair, fair. And then Ghosh, his first SSR variant. I will say, I do like the fact that the ultimates are actually, you know, they're in like a beach, right? It's not like the black and, you know, misty background that we normally see. So, first skill, what you expect. I don't think you can see the sister in the mirror, but maybe in the actual other animations. Yeah, you can't, okay. So the other skill is a buff skill. Okay, we don't see sister. And then the ultimate we probably will. I mean, we haven't seen these buffs in game, I believe. So, like, these might be crazy, by the way. Yeah, attack power increase and damage dealt can't be removed. Yeah, Ghosh might be crazy. His ultimate's a buff effect as well. The sister is there. Yo, what? Yo, what the hell? Oh, yo, that's sick. Why is he actually got the best ultimate? That's actually funny. Bro, that is actually funny. It makes so much sense. It's just, yeah, that effect right there. Yo, when we rate the ultimates, that might be a 10 out of 10, you know. Alright, let's go for the characters. So, honestly, I do think this banner is worth summoning. It's just the fact that there's 3 characters, new season. You might as well. From the leaks that we've seen, I think Kahano and, you know, the Underwater Temple Squad maybe coming sometime soon. Charlotte was leaked, but, like, we saw with the changes towards Juno and even Noelle, it's very possible she might not even come. But you care about her, then maybe wait to see if she does come out throughout the season. And, because I think she might be... and if they delayed her, there's probably a reason for it, right? So, let's go through Noelle skills. We kind of seen what she already done already, but if you don't know, this is by far the most important thing about the character. So we kind of went through already, but the character you select is going to get a buff, right? But the character you don't select is also going to get a buff too. So the buff, you have to select one character and you're going to get a protection of water. If you take damage while a barrier that counter attacks, the third attack does not reach the barrier, fight back. So does that mean you get counters, or do you... This is insane, by the way. I mean, look at this. Like, increased damage towards favorable conditions as well. A barrier, you get your attack as well. Bro, this is insane buff. I mean, if this is kind of almost sound like his character in you know, turn one William. And then the actual skill 1, once again AoE, is going to deal more damage if you have a barrier, which you can then obviously do towards yourself. You can use that tier 2 skill to buff it up, but you have to wait 1 turn to hopefully not lose that shield. But you can bring other characters at radius to give characters shields. You can also have a skill page, which has like a 35% chance to give you the 10% of the damage dealt back as a shield, or a barrier, so you can actually get constant shields and always have increased damage. So that's actually really, really good. And also, if you have Blessing of Water, which I think goes along with a passive at the start of a wave, so only towards actual PvE content, you're going to get more buffs too. So, like, actually insane PvE farmer, but also pretty good for PvE as well. Then on top of that, the ultimate is to increase some magic power. Like, yo, like, this is an insane character. I regret summoning for every character up until now. Like, you really, like, honestly, on global, I'm probably just going to, not only for the character, but, like, on global, I'm just going to save for this banner because, I mean, she looks insane. Probably might be the best character in the game. I think Ghost might be broken as well. Like, this is such a good banner to summon for. If you have a buff effect on your character, you're going to increase your damage by 50% before attacking. Once again, having triple AoEs with the actual effects and not double. Basically having triple AoEs if you want to use her with your actual link partner. The passive is going to be 12% actual magic power. So, like, bro, she is getting so much buffs, bro. Obviously, that other one, that passive, you have to get to, obviously, LR. And then this one, the start of the wave, you're going to be getting a barrier equal to 10% of your max strength. So, that's good for PvE farming. Like, you really want to get this character 2-star, which you can get 1 for free. So, she might be a character worth picking up if you do summon and you do not get her. Alright, so looks kind of good as well, actually. So, his skill 1 is going to decrease stamina by a certain amount. Well, so 15% basically, right? Just for using it. Guaranteed to, no percentage chance. It's just a nice little buff you can use. The skill 2 is going to actually reduce the attack power by 44%. And if you have, I believe, the LR Awakening, you can actually get that upwards to 54%, I think it is, which I mean, once again, guaranteed debuffs, right? It's not that bad, actually. I think Nozel does something similar but worse. And then the actual ultimate, look kind of crazy too. It's going to apply level 3 neutralize, which I think just actually increases damage taken by 50%. Yeah, it is. And also, I think it applies a counter attack, so literally what William has, debuff. So I think but it says debuff, so maybe I'm wrong here, but I imagine the character you select is going to get that debuff to where if they attack you, he counter attacks or something like that. I'm not entirely too sure, but that looks really good too. The combined tag looks kind of crazy, to be fair. It's going to give defense power reduction by 70% onto all enemies, but also remove the immortality buff on the enemy. So literally just targeting, what's its name? Licht, which is kind of crazy. Only thing is though, is that this is a, I think a blue character, right? So Licht is green, so if this guy can, you know, get him down beforehand, that'd be kind of cool too, right? Oh, no, he's green. Okay, never mind. So, yeah, it's type of... Yeah, bro, that's sick then. Passive for skill 2 is once again going to give the attack power by 10% guaranteed into enemies. This is when you get LR, basically. So, it's just going to simply buff up the tier 2 skill, which is kind of nice too. And then when you get to 2-star Awakening, it's a bit of a weird one. So, you're going to get neutralized, 10% of neutralized, which I think is... increased damage by 10% onto all enemies for 2 turns. So yeah, that is, you know, going on to Ghost as well, who looks, I mean, from the actual gameplay that I just saw with using him and all the buffs he got, he might be kind of crazy, boys. He might be kind of crazy. So skill 1 is going to give, from the looks of it, attack power by 30%. Yeah, increased damage by 30% onto, I think, yeah, all allies if their physical or HP is more than 80%. So if you can start first, and, you know, with the way you see his speed, right? If he starts first and just uses a tier 1 skill to get 5% damage increase on a tier 1 skill, like, what? That is insane. But yeah, it is only when they're above 80%. So I mean, using someone like you know, Fana, who can, like, heal herself, or Veto, would be kind of cool too. Tier 2 skill, though. I mean, you can see the buffs already. It's going to give attack power and magic power increase by 50%. Oh, and this is towards all allies, right? Yeah, so it's going to give all attack power increase to all allies, basically. So you're going to get that big buff at the top there. You're going to have a 60% chance for allies to get a level 2 penetration, which is 40% pierce, basically. And then also you can give intense sunlight to the characters, which is going to increase damage up by 5%. It cannot be removed up towards 5 times. So basically, Riot, bro, it's crazy how they just kind of like cancelled Riot and Licht already, because they've just been going around for like what, a couple of days now. Licht having mortality, Riot having the buff removal and buff steal. So the fact that you can like not be buff removed, I mean, you can still rob these buffs, to be fair. So Riot still could be kind of crazy now. So that is something to look out for. But this is insane buff, and it's 2 turns as well. Okay, so the ultimate is going to actually reduce 10% of your actual HP and then give your actual team 5% damage reduction buff. So I wonder if you can kill yourself. with this ultimate. I mean, it'd be kind of tricky to do, right? Because if you're below 10, you maybe just die. But I imagine you probably go to 1 HP. But you are going to lose 10% of your max HP, and then give yourself or all your allies a 30% damage, 30% damage decretion. And also you're going to get accuracy, which I think just makes it so you can actually like not see. Don't hit the block effect. Like characters can block skills basically. And also allies for 2 turns are going to get continuous damage, which means you will not take continuous damage while the effect lasts. So what's that mean? Poison and stuff like that with the see, because I don't know if there's a buff in game, so that's a new one. And then we haven't really gone through it, but you can see their skills on screen now. I'm just going to quickly go through them. These other skill pages, once again, just going to buff up the character, and definitely worth picking up here. Units I didn't really get. I think Noel gets a barrier. I think I kind of already covered it. Noel, I believe, has on a tier 1 skill, has like a 10% chance to get the damage received as like an actual barrier. Benefit for 2 turns, all allies increase sexual damage by 10% buff. That can't be right. Like, what the hell? And I think Ghost, for looks of it, if you crit, you get continuous damage. So, boys, that is the banner data characters. Is it worth summoning? Yes, I will be summoning literally right after this video. We have a ton of gems. I think even right now, we probably got a bunch of conversation for the looks of it, because they had such a... well, such a long maintenance. So we probably got almost a free multi-year, basically. So we'll definitely take that. All these are crazy as well. It's a good time to be playing Black Clover Mobile, boys. So let me know if you're summoning. You probably are, because this is by far the best banner. Plus, from what we've seen so far, nothing crazy is coming, for being honest. I think, if anything, I only care about Dorothy. But this is by far the best banner to summon for. So, boys, good luck summoning. And, yeah, thank you for watching, and peace.